What's going on, King of Lions here? This is part 2 of the cold air intake install. So in this video I'm going to be doing the actual install, seeing what it sounds like, and doing some cold engine revs as well. Before we get to that, I just want to show you what the giveaway was for Ozzy. Congratulations on winning. We're going to be doing another giveaway soon, so make sure to stay tuned, keep listening, paying attention to what's going on. But let's get started in the video. Here's part 2, the cold air intake install. So starting off, we're just going to take off this front cover here, and we're going to use the T30 to remove the bolts. And then we're going to go and get started with removing the clips. Alright, so there's 2 clips here. You want to just clip these out, you pull back on them, and they're loosened up, and there's one down here on the bottom. Don't need a tool or anything, you just apply a little bit of pressure, it'll come right off. Alright, so that is loose now. Should be able to be pulled right off. We also have another one that is up here. I'll loosen that one up as well. Alright, that's good to go. Now we need to remove the box from the car. So, what exactly is holding it in? Well, there's 2 grommets that connect to the bar on the bottom. So you want to lift up and pull out of that. And actually, we probably want to get this off as well, just so we don't damage it. Just 2 little tabs on the top. Push down on. Should come right out. There we go. So we got that. And actually, it looks like there it is. Some along the side. Let's pull that out. Let's see the filter right here. 2 grommets that are on the bottom, they're really hard to see. I'm not going to be able to get a camera down there. I'm just going to pull it out, and I'll show you that once I get it removed. There is the hose here. It runs up. This is the SAI hose. Runs to the SAI intake, which is inside the box. We're going to be installing it, of course, outside the box because we're getting rid of the box. So before you pull this out, make sure you disconnect this hose. You're going to damage it, and then you'll need a new hose. Okay. So you don't really hear a clicking or a locking or anything like that. You just apply a little bit of pressure and pull down on it. And with that, you should be able to remove it. The box is now no longer attached to anything. Let's see here, these grommets, we're going to need these for the new heat shield. So we're going to remove these carefully. We have these removed from the box. I actually need to remove this because my heat shield did not come with an attachment for the SAI intake. It's going to be going in like this. There's supposed to be a piece here that allows you to put the filter right here. Don't have that, so instead what I'm going to be doing is finding a way to attach it here. So to do that, I need to get my T30 back on, and I need to remove this side piece here. Alright, so don't just pull it out, you have to twist it. This little rubber piece is going to be stuck in there. Just twist it and pull it right out. It ended up working. I put a couple washers here. I pretty much used them as spacers. And as I was tightening it, making sure that this is not touching anything. This is where the hose connects to. This is where the SAI is at. This is a very tight fit area, so it's only maybe about 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters away from the wall. This is roughly about the same on the back side, but in the front, as you can see, it's completely open. So I think it's going to be okay. Now let's remove the hose. Now because I loosened this piece here, I unclip the hose here and here, and I loosen this here. There's only one other piece that I have to unclip right here. So just slowly twist the hose back and forth. Don't pull it straight off because you can tear the hose. Now we're bringing in this baby, which has 5-inch intake filter right there. 2 clamps. You're going to use the smaller one. When you're putting it on, to make it easier on yourself, make sure the screw is facing you, so it's a nice easy tighten. We're going to run this down through here underneath the hose. This comes back towards here. It should just slide right on, and it does. Before I slide that on though, I'm going to just wiggle this hose on. Something I should have done, and something you should also do before you start any work on your car, is put a blanket or a sheet or a fender guard, something like that, on the paint so you're not accidentally bumping up against it with some metal or anything that can scratch it for that sake. Alright, so now we have the heat shield bracket. This is going to attach to the front of the car. Now there's a couple different places that it can attach to, but there's only one place that it should attach to. So looking down inside here, you're going to see 3 holes. There's one at the top left, right here. There's one in the middle, and then there's one down here. This one that's down here is the one that you want to attach the bracket to, and that's what's going to attach then to the heat shield. The side that has the rubber washer on it is the side that you want to use to attach to the front of the car. Just like that. If I had a straight 1/4 inch ratchet, it'd be a lot easier. I'd have a little bit more space to get this done, but because I have the adapter on here, from the 3/8 to the 1/4 inch, it's really a tight spot. I had to take it really slow in order not to strip it, but it's on there. This is the piece here that did not come with the kit originally. Alright, so now we're going to use this handy little 4mm Allen key. Also, because I had to put this on myself, just going to double check these, make sure they're tightened. They are. The grommets, and put them right on here so that they can be attached to the beam inside the car. Just going to push those down. We're going to then attach the bracket right here. And random things here and there you got to watch out for when you're doing this. And this is lined up perfectly with the bracket, so obviously good engineering here. Let's push in on these on the grommet. Yep, they're both in. And like I said before, make sure that the screw is facing you, so you can easily tighten it. Alright, maybe I shouldn't do this with the Allen key in my hand. I'll probably end up dropping that. Okay, so that's on there. What I'm just checking is I want to see how far this mount actually goes back into the hose, and if you press on the inside of it, you can tell your finger goes to about there. That's where the mount stops. So you can pull this bracket out to right around there and then tighten. Alright, so I'm going to go around, press on the inside of it. Make sure the clamp is definitely on the heat shield and not just the hose itself, which seems to be the case. Now I can install this 4mm bolt. Alright. Tighten that up, it's good to go. And that is a beautiful, beautiful filter right there. Wrap this around. And that looks gorgeous. Don't want to go too far, but I want to make sure it'll stay on. Okay. Pulling on that. It is tight. We're going to place this over top of it. And that pretty much is flush over there, so I think that is exactly how it should be. Alright, so I just used the T25 to tighten these 2 bolts up here. This is nice and snug, making sure that the filter is still here in the front. I went over, made sure that all the clamps on the hoses and the filters are all tightened up. Put a washer here, because one did not come with a kit. I just used one that I had laying around. It's not the prettiest looking washer, but it's going to get the job done, prevent any damage to the heat shield. The grommets are in place. No movement going on there. We have a hose here, connected, snug, fit. So the only other thing was this was clamped in. That has nothing to clamp into, so we don't have to worry about that. This piece here was also held on by a clamp, but that is no longer applicable. These you don't need to tighten too much. A little quick ratchet with the T30. Alright, so we're going to pull out from first gear here. Let's see what it sounds like. I like it. On the low end like that. I feel like it's got a little bit more horsepower pulling out right there. Not a lot, but when it's at a stop, just wants to pull a little bit harder. Let's give it another go. Maybe that's just me getting a little psyched up about it being in there. With me taking it up to 5, you can definitely hear it. It sounds awesome. And yeah, there's a little bit more pull. There's no doubt about that. Installation of the cold air intake is done from Integrated Engineering. Even though I didn't have all the parts that I needed, it was still a relatively easy install. It took me about half hour, 45 minutes. If you have all the parts that you need, it's going to look a little bit cleaner. It's going to be a little bit quicker. But thanks again. Shout out to Integrated Engineering for just being an awesome company. Because even though I got this secondhand from ECS for $150 off because of scratch and dent, Integrated Engineering said, hey guy, you know what? Sorry that they shipped that out to you with the wrong parts because, well, you can't use it. So we're gonna make it right. It would be nice, of course, to have the SAI filter attached down on the bottom of the heat shield. It looks nice and clean down there, but at the same time, where I have it set up, I might like it more because you can actually, it's more visible. You can see it right away as soon as you open it up. Let me know what you think. Typically, the SAI filter is going to be down here hidden underneath the 5-inch. It's actually going to be back there, but instead, just hanging out over there. It's like, hey, guess what, 5-inch filter? I'm important too. People should see me. And another thing that I like about it is it gives me another chance to see the Integrated Engineering logo, which is right there. Considering on the 5-inch that's facing down, you can't see it unless you're down inside the engine bay somehow. And of course you have that there. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have a different cold air that you install that you think is better. I know I saw good things about the Lufttechnik from ECS. It's a really well put together cold air with the carbon fiber box, the carbon fiber top, carbon fiber pipe. I don't think I would want to get the carbon fiber piece that goes over the top, at least for now, because I like looking at that big filter just sitting right there. Who knows, maybe that'll change. I got a bunch of suspension parts that I just got in the mail. Those are going to be installed next. So I got a little bit of stuff to do. Super excited about it. If you like the video, please like it down below. Check out the other videos I have posted here. Okay, so there's actually only 2 videos, but make sure to subscribe. And hey, I'm king of lines, bro. That's my new dance. I just came up with that. Peace.